Hey, this is Jason Kleberg from the Force 5 podcast, a show that forces a guest to come up with a movie-themed top 5 list topic, and then we reveal our picks on air. Top 5 heist films, top 5 tearjerkers, top 5 movie dogs. Every show you'll be asking yourself, what would be on my list? Guests include directors, screenwriters, actors, podcasters, musicians, authors, and even a professional wrestler. Subscribe to the Force 5 podcast, and you won't just be a listener, you'll be a list nerd. The Force 5 podcast, available wherever you're listening now.
Have you ever wanted to dive deeper into the horror movies you love? Beyond the Blood is a horror podcast for fans who want more than just surface-level screams. We do deep dives into the movies that shaped us, digging into director commentaries, behind-the-scenes stories, deleted scenes, and the special features that most people skip. Each episode is a love letter to the genre. We break down how these films were made, the creative risks that paid off or didn't, and the lasting impact they've had on the genre as a whole. From 70s slashers to modern nightmares, we celebrate the craft, chaos, and characters that keep us coming back. If you're the kind of fan who rewatches movies with the commentary on, or you simply grew up in the video store horror aisle, the Beyond the Blood podcast was made for you. New episodes every single week. Subscribe, let's dig deep. Welcome to the Beyond the Blood podcast. Kulturecast. I'm Chris Stachiw.
And I'm Liang.
No, you didn't.
I thought it's more correct, right? I mean, Siri knows.
Siri says it that way. So. Damn it. I was trying to be serious here.
This is Spinal Tap.
Yeah, this is Spinal Tap. I don't know if you've heard this, Sean, but the bigger the cushion,
the sweeter the pushing.
Or so I have read. So today we're going to be talking about This Is Spinal Tap from 1984. But before we get to talking about that film, Sean, have you been watching anything this week?
Oh, man, have I been watching? I don't think I've seen anything new. I've been keeping busy, other than keeping up with The Walking Dead.
Lord, give it a rest,
I know,
bro.
man. I'm sorry. That's all I care about these days. Yeah, no, I don't think I've seen anything new lately, though. Have you?
Yeah, I started watching the Scream TV show, which honestly I thought was going to be really bad.
Yeah.
Because it's a TV show based off of one of my favorite horror movies.
Right.
I'm actually pretty surprised at how much I enjoy it. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like an MTV show for sure, and I know that was one of the reasons you had a problem with it.
Yeah, but I'm sure you're saying that once you get past that, there's some substance.
Yeah, I mean, the first episode, it tries to piggyback, I think, a little bit too much off of the original Scream film.
And right, because it's like nothing like that, right? It's very different. Yeah,
it doesn't take place in the same universe. The iconic Scream mask has been replaced by a different mask that in the universe of this show I think works way better.
Okay.
Than the mask in the original movies do. It is an MTV show. The writing is a little thin in spots. The kills don't come as hot and fast as I would hope in a show like this. But at the same time, it is a 10-episode show, so they can't just have a character die every episode.
Right. And if I recall that was, if I recall correctly, the first episode, they kind of talk about how the same formula doesn't work for a TV show. They do what the movie did and sort of break that. They kind of break down the structure of a TV show, which I thought was cool. Right. I thought that was cool.
And again, when you kind of look at it, it is an MTV show at its core, but it has the tone and feel of Scream, and it has been renewed for a second season, and the second season airs in like a month, 2 months. So it's not just like a one-off either, which
could have been. Yeah, totally. I almost expected it to be, but I heard that a lot of people say, that Scream is kind of like, among other shows, one of the turning points for MTV. They're starting to get more serious content.
Yeah, this is the first MTV show I've ever watched. That
wasn't like Next or like
or whatever, Teen Moms or 16 and Pregnant. Any of that garbage. That is just unequivocally garbage. Yeah. I don't think there's any discussion or disagreement here between us on that.
Yeah, exactly.
That is not anything of value. I think I'm really interested to see kind of where the show goes in the next season. And if you're a fan of horror and you can kind of get past a little bit of the, MTV-ness of the show, I definitely say it's worth checking out. It's not bad. It's a little uneven toned, but I mean, first season out of the gate, there aren't very many shows that really are able to hit the tone that they want anyways.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to give it another shot, especially because of your endorsement.
Yeah, the first episode, it is a little rough. Yeah. But once you get past the first episode, it definitely picks up. And, normally I'm the kind of person who says, you shouldn't have to, watch past the first episode of a show to get hooked. But watching one episode of the show is way different than having to watch, say, an entire season of a show. Absolutely. Like I've been told for some shows. Like, Mad Men's not that bad if you can get past the first season. Like, oh, God. Like, that's like 13 episodes.
Exactly.
And it might be a great show, but I don't want to have to invest something just to figure out if I like it or not by like 13 hours of television.
Yeah. That's fair.
So
makes sense.
Well, let's talk about This Is Spinal Tap.
Let's do it.
Film came out in 1984, directed by Rob Reiner, written by Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, Harry Shearer, and Rob Reiner. It stars Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, and Harry Shearer as the eponymous Spinal Tap. The IMDb synopsis for the film is: Spinal Tap, one of England's loudest bands, is chronicled by film director Marty DeBurgi on what proves to be a faithful
classic albums, countless unforgettable concert triumphs. They changed the face of British rock music forever. And the best part is, they're back.
Spinal Tap, get out there, you're on!
Now, they're on the verge of the greatest comeback of all time.
Rock and roll! Hello, Cleveland!
This is their moment.
Go right straight through this door here, down the hall. Yeah. Turn right.
Their time has come.
Rock and roll!
Any minute now. Any second.
Hello, stage.
I think we're lost. There's a little jog there, about 30 feet. Jog to the left.
Get ready. Get set.
Direct from hell, Spinal Tap!
Heavy metal's deep. You can get stuff out of it.
My name is Marty DeBurgi. I'm a filmmaker.
One man dares to probe the hidden secrets.
I'm going to assume you've never seen this.
I've never seen all of this before, so yeah, it's kind of like a first-time experience.
So what'd you think of the film?
I really liked it. I love this. It has it's fun because they sprinkle in just enough recognizable talent that it's like it feels nostalgic, but it's really funny. I thought it was great. I love the subtle humor that it is, and I think that's like that's sort of a trademark of a Christopher Guest type movie, and I loved it. The characters were insane.
I really like this movie.
It's so good.
It's one of those movies where I watch it every year at least once.
Yeah.
It's a really cool movie for a lot of reasons. We are talking about mockumentaries, and it is a mockumentary, but at the same time, it's a really funny and kind of on-the-nose movie, and a lot of mockumentaries don't really hit their subject matter on the nose.
Yeah.
The way that this movie does.
It's great. I think he's known for making such incredibly outlandish characters, but grounding them and like seeing them in a very real light. And I thought that was, it's like you get to see like the perfect like snobby rock star diva. It's so fun. I thought it totally hits it right on the head.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that the characters of Michael McKean, Christopher Guest, and Harry Shearer, you never feel like they're overdoing it.
Not at all. No way.
It feels like right at that line, but not going over the line.
It's great because you can always see that it's sort of the way they capture the reaction shots that feels like you're not really supposed to be seeing it. but you get so much character details from seeing their reactions, like especially Nigel, or Christopher Guest's character. There was some time, especially when you see conflict happening, especially right before he quits the band at the end, which a spoiler, like that happens. But you sort of see like his reaction, and you get so much out of that. These are really great examples of like character studies. It's so cool.
Yeah, and it's I think that the movie itself is funny. And it is a classic, but the way that it's been received also by musicians and bands in the real world, I think that lends a little bit more kind of credence and power to the quality of the writing from the four of them, because Metallica, Nirvana, Aerosmith, they all have documented reactions to this movie.
That's so cool.
Steven Tyler, the first time he watched it, the lead man for Aerosmith, he didn't even think it was funny. Pete Townsend of The Who, talks about how this is so Spinal Tap of things that happened with us.
Oh, wow.
Kurt Cobain said he liked the film. The U2's guitarist, The Edge, first time he saw it, he didn't laugh. He wept at the film. I mean, it's a kind of a condemnation of the rock personas, but at the same time, it's also kind of a love letter to it.
Absolutely.
Because you can't watch it. You can't watch it and not be like, these guys are total ding-dong.
Oh, no. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's true. It kind of highlights the gritty realness of this industry and how simple, literally how these characters that we can totally relate to are dealing with it. And it's kind of heartbreaking. Like when you see, there are moments where you just totally feel what they're going through. Like when they hear their song played on the radio, and then they said the DJ he says this, they're stored in the Where Are They Now bin, and just the look on their face, man, and that's what I mean by the reactions. It's heartbreaking, and those things are, I'm sure, incredibly relatable to the music industry. This is a very personal thing, and the fact that they all are musicians and compose, they've been through this, it feels so personal.
Yeah, and Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, and Harry Shearer, they're actors by trade, but they also do play all of their own instruments in the film.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They perform all of the music in the film as well, which they would go on to do again in A Mighty Wind. The three of them would essentially be another fake band in A Mighty Wind, which is essentially the folk music version of This Is Spinal Tap. But, for me, the real highlight of the film, and the performances are great. The live performances by the band in the film are my favorite part of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think there's only one or two performances that are played completely straight.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah,
and then
right.
The rest are like Stonehenge, where the little Stonehenge gets trampled by dwarves because they wrote the wrong dimensions on a napkin that they handed to their props guy. Or I'm trying to remember what the other one is. What the one where Harry Shearer gets stuck inside of the pod the entire performance.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, their bass player they start in these alien pods. And the bass player gets stuck in the whole time they're trying to get him out. Oh, it's so good. That's so funny.
Or then when they perform their Jazz Odyssey.
For the puppet show.
But yeah, second build behind a puppet show.
Oh, man.
That for me, the music of this film is what makes this film so great, because you can listen to the music outside of the film.
Oh, yeah.
And it totally still holds up.
Absolutely. I feel like a lot of these songs, they sold an album, right? Like I see it at the end of the.
They sold one album, and then they actually went on tour.
Oh, that's awesome!
They went on tour. I want to say twice, because I know they went on tour in 2009.
That's amazing. I would totally see the. I saw that on the IMDb. They've
gone on tour together at least twice.
Oh, I would love it. And that would be so. There's such a thing with comedians with that play that are musicians as well. I mean, like, it makes me think Flight of the Conchords. This is exactly what I mean with a character. I think this is hysterical. I would see
that really is kind of what this reminds me of a lot. Is, you know, it does remind me a little bit of Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah, it's like a character version of that. I don't know. It's just so funny. It's great. It's such a great idea. And that's what I love about this, is that you do have musicians who can kind of cross over their mediums of art and make something like this that's very personal and relatable, and just it's funny because of those extremely understandable moments where it's just the
If you're looking for more horror outside of the mainstream, look no further than Unsung Horrors, a podcast about underseen horror movies. I'm Lance.
And I'm Erica. Every other week, we'll cover a horror movie with fewer than 1,000 views on Letterboxd. We'll even give you double feature recommendations to pair with the movies we discuss.
From gothic to shot on video, from slashers to comedies, from giallo to J-horror. We'll cover all the subgenres, so join us as we unearth these hidden gems of horror.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all at Unsung Horrors, available wherever you listen to podcasts. And part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
Shit hits the fan, you know, and you just deal with it. Oh.
And, you know, for me, having seen this film when I was in high school, I didn't really get it. Mm-hmm. Some of the jokes kind of went over my head a little bit. But watching it now as an adult, I catch more than I did when I was in like high school.
Yeah, I'm sure that's awesome.
And it's a pretty funny film, you know, just on its face. But then when you kind of these are, like you said, these are complex characters. Yeah. So you know, you don't get the sense that these are one dimensional. And for a comedy, that's kind of hard.
Exactly.
You know. Comedic films are hard to do well, and it's particularly hard to write comedic characters that are deep and have depth to them.
Yeah, but to me, those are the ones that I love the most. Those are the ones that get the laugh from like the gut. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's because if you truly understand that, you know, people like this, or you can see where these absurd reactions or behavior comes from, because it's so human. It's amazing. I think that if you can do it well, you get some really memorable and iconic moments.
I mean, and you know, there have been a lot of things that have taken kind of references from Spinal Tap and run with them. You know, the thing with It Goes to 11, everybody knows about that.
Yeah, it goes to 11.
You know, It Goes to 11. You know, and that's when Christopher Guest is talking about his amplifier, and he had it special made so that it goes to 11. As opposed to 10, because 11 is just one higher. Or the drummer exploding and disappearing.
That was, oh my God. I can't even tell you how hard I laughed when I saw that.
And I mean, those are bits that originated in this film, and I've seen them in all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Particularly, you know, Rock Band.
I've never noticed that. I'm gonna totally have to see that now. Oh my God.
Yeah, you know, it's this film has left an indelible mark on the music world, and I like that about this film.
I do too. I think that, and it makes sense that it would. I mean, it totally makes sense.
And you know, I mean, if you really want kind of proof that this film really kind of hit the mark. I mean, the band Spinal Tap, obviously one of the primary actors of Spinal Tap, Harry Shearer, was involved with The Simpsons, but in '92, Spinal Tap was on The Simpsons.
Oh man, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, with the band appearing as their, you know, characters. So, you know, I mean, that's kind of proof right there that they, you know, that it kind of became a thing.
Absolutely.
When it's, you know, on one of the biggest TV shows of the 90s, when one of the longest running TV show of all time, with The Simpsons, animated TV show. Absolutely. So it really hit a nerve, I guess, for people, that a lot of movies like these mockumentaries, they have a hard time hitting.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think it definitely captures an era of music, so it makes sense to me that it would be such a I guess like almost like a totem for musicians at the time. Like that makes sense to me. Like it's very representative, I guess.
Yeah, and you know, the band Spinal Tap themselves, they also kind of parody, you know, the way bands were changing from the 60s to the 70s to the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, they started out as the originals, then the new originals, then the Tamesmen with the skiffle rhythm and blues style. Then they became Spinal Tap, and even as they were Spinal Tap, they were still like in the 70s with like very kind of psychedelic flower power.
Yeah. Oh, the old music videos were great too.
Right, listen to the flower people.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, it kind of, even in 2016, the film still hits on every single like beat, and it's still successful in hitting those beats. I don't feel like this film hasn't lost any of its humor as it aged.
No, not.
And that's hard. And that's hard to say for some films.
Absolutely.
That are like this.
Well, I mean, it's something about. I mean, it's something about the struggle to be relevant that makes this so easy to. It makes it so timeless. To be honest, I mean, everyone, that's still a thing, you know. And it's so fun to see the parallels in today. Even like we know artists who have like changed their image over and over, and it's interesting that we can still understand this struggle.
Yeah, you know, it's, you know, so it came out in 84, so 32 years later, it still is as relevant and as funny as it was. Absolutely. 32 years ago.
It's a completely different generation. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I feel like someone who's just in high school now could watch this movie and still get it.
Absolutely, yeah.
And still think it's funny and not have to be reliant on whether or not they like metal or, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I feel like this film is timeless, like Christopher Guest's other films.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I really enjoy Best in Show.
I love that.
It's another film that I feel like is really timeless. I don't know if Best in Show is as funny as this movie though.
See, I that makes sense. I love Best in Show. I think I find that funnier, but that's a taste thing, man. I think it totally is funny that we would like the opposites.
I mean, it's funny. I give you that,
yeah.
But it's for me the music subculture.
Absolutely.
And the culture of music. Yeah, it's way funnier for me.
That makes sense. Absolutely.
And then A Mighty Wind is kind of in the same world as this movie. It touches on the folk aspect.
Oh, okay.
As opposed to the heavy metal aspect.
That's fun.
I think it's as equally funny as this film.
I'll have to definitely check that out because that sounds.
Yeah, if you liked this, which it sounds like you did, I would definitely say go check out A Mighty Wind.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
I want to say it came out 10 years ago, something like that, like early 2000s.
Okay.
And they went on tour with that band as well. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
and I love folk music, so I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
Yeah, the Folksmen. The Folksmen is the name of the fake band of Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, and Harry Shearer, where they, you know,
that's so
they
fun.
created this band in '84 on SNL, and then they, you know, they were in a full feature length film of A Mighty Wind.
That's right, in 2003. Oh my God! It looks like the Partridge Family. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's kind of like this. Yeah, like these three folk bands come back together for this performance because one of this guy passes away. So
I feel like I would die for this movie.
It's a memorial concert for a music producer, a folk music producer.
Okay. Oh, that's so great. I got to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Christopher Guest really does a great job of making a film funny and relevant and not feel pandering either.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah, no way. It feels like it has something to say, or not even that. It's pretty much, it lets it be itself. It's pretty clear. It's just so good. I love that.
And it has a lot of really great one-liners.
Yeah, it does.
Like, you know, shit sandwich, or it goes to 11.
It goes to 11.
Yeah, so it's a really funny movie, and you know, I really suggest anyone who's never seen it, which that would be a little surprising to me if you'd never seen it.
Yeah, I've heard so many people tell me about this movie. I felt behind because I hadn't seen the whole
Well, you've seen it now.
Exactly. Now I'm part of the group.
Yeah, it's one of those films that, like I said, I watch at least once a year. So
yeah.
And there aren't very many films I watch at least once a year. So it's a really funny, great movie. And, you know, it chronicling the rise and the fall of a band, you know, Rob Reiner being involved as the director and then him on screen. You know, Rob Reiner is just absolutely one of the best actors / directors that I could think of. I mean, he's funny in everything I've ever seen him in.
Yeah, he's great.
Well, Sean.
Yes.
Skip it or watch it in best performance.
Absolutely watch.
And favorite song.
Oh, favorite song. Okay, that's easy. I definitely, you have to watch this movie. It's great. And there is so much about it that it feels very contemporary. It feels like a lot of movies that we like today have been inspired by or from this movie, you know? So it's really fun. I think, oh man, I love Christopher Guest in this movie. He's so funny. Nigel is just, I gotta say Christopher Guest is my favorite in this one. With a special shout out to Artie Fufkin, because I thought that was possibly the funniest 5 minutes of me trying to figure out what he was saying. That was so good. And then my favorite song is Big Bottom Girl. What is it? Was it just Big Bottom?
Big Bottom.
That's right. That's my favorite right there because I got a big bottom.
Wow.
No, I love that song so much.
Yeah. Again, I think if you've never seen this movie before, it's definitely one that you need to like go out and watch right now, drop what you're doing and watch it. It's hard to find a comedy that stays as kind of relevant as this one does 20 plus years later, 30 plus years later. And it doesn't rely on, I mean, it does have kind of dick and fart jokes, but it doesn't rely on those.
Yeah, the laughs you get are much more, I want to say full. I don't know.
It's Christopher Guest, so it's not dick and fart jokes. It's much more cerebral.
Yeah.
Best performance, I do love Christopher Guest, but I love Michael McKean as kind of a little bit of the John Lennon of the group.
Yeah.
And I love Michael McKean in pretty much everything. So, yeah, Michael McKean. Special shout out though to the cucumber Harry Shearer sticks down his penis, wrapped in aluminum foil.
Oh my god, I was like, that's ridiculous.
Which is just like so fucking absurd.
And it's it's not even subtle. It's humongous.
Yeah. Best song, my favorite song from the film probably would have to be Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so goddamn funny. And then the thing with the dwarfs dancing around. On the stage,
David looking back at it like, what the hell?
They asked for 18 feet high, but they put inches instead
on a napkin that he did in 5 seconds. That was so great.
It's such a goddamn funny movie.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's really just one of those movies where there's very few things wrong with it.
Yeah. It's you really love the characters, and that's what makes it so funny. I think you just understand them, and it's so fun.
Yeah. What do you think the film has on Rotten Tomatoes?
It's got to be high. I want to say I'm going to 86.
95%.
Oh, even better. I love it. That makes sense.
Smartly directed and brilliantly acted, packed with endlessly quotable moments, This Is Spinal Tap is an all-time comedy classic. I would agree. I mean, it's definitely one of my favorite comedies.
It really is. And the fact that we can I can't even remember a scene without laughing. It is really great, and it does feel timeless.
Yeah, it really does. And again, the response that the music community has had to the film, I think further kind of solidifies that in my mind.
Absolutely.
Before I talk about this Thursday's Kulturecast, Sean, anything you can or want to talk about?
I can finally. I'm so excited. So a trailer for this series that I worked on in December called Lonely and Horny is available. It's with Jake and Amir from College Humor, and it's a Vimeo original, so it'll only be available on Vimeo, but it comes out next month, April 8th. So check it out. I can put links somewhere. I'll put links on my, the trailer will be on my Facebook page. So you can follow me on Twitter. I'm Sean, and on Facebook, I'm Sean Liang with an A.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Liang. You can follow me on Twitter at Kulturestash. And if you like what you're hearing now, check us out on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. And over at cultureshock.com/Kulturecast. Make sure to give us a good review on iTunes as well, so more people who like movies can find our podcast. This Thursday, we're going to be talking about Incident at Loch Ness, and we're also going to have an interview with Zach Penn, so make sure to check that one out.
Hello, filthy movie lovers. My name is Gentry Austin.
And I'm Casey Scott.
And we're the hosts of the Sin Syndicate, film podcast for something weirdos, anti-criterion bros, and Joseph Sarno aficionados. Join us semi-weekly as we peer into the adults-only theaters and sticky-floored cinemas of the golden age of sexploitation, when the morals were loose, the laws were murky, and the intercourse was all simulated. Find us now on the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.